Okay, by now you should have had a chance to write and hopefully also to share some of your writing. Again, if you didn't finish, that's okay. I just thought that was an interesting way to write and maybe connect to those essential questions that you've been sort of hopefully thinking about. Remember that your essential question project should include many types of writing and should attack this question or address this question from a lot of different angles through several different writing styles. Again, I'll take questions on that later. We are going to give you some time to work here today. Being that I'm not here, I would like the flex time and the flex space to just be independent work. So make sure that if you're leaving the classroom for the flex space, you are working independently and you're not causing any problems out in the flex space there. We also will have a lot of opportunities for collaborative groups. So I'm going to ask that a lot of people take this opportunity here for some of these activities to be in collaborative groups. If you're not usually in collaborative groups, there's some things that you might want to have some discussions on and work with others on for some of our things that we'll do. I'm not here, of course, so we can't have a teacher seminar. But again, email me any questions that you do have. To complete by the end of today, actually the end of next class, which is day 8, today's day 7, you should be doing a few different things. So one is the essential question practice. You just had some writing practice. I'm going to give you a little bit more here. This slide that's on our presentation, you can access through the presentation, will tell you what that's all about. Write about the picture you brought in at least for 5 minutes. I asked you last time to bring a picture in. If you didn't bring one, you might want to save this activity for next time. Or maybe there's someone who did bring a picture that you want to use their picture. Or maybe you want to find a picture right now using your device. Make sure that that picture addresses in some sort of way your essential question. And I want you just to write about it. With your writing, we're going to focus on some of that figurative language stuff. Metaphors, similes, personification, and imagery should all be included in whatever writing you're doing. So it could be a poem, could be a diary entry again, could be any type of writing. It's all up to you. You can use this timer to give yourself 5 minutes. And again, this could be something that you might consider attaching to your essential question project. So that's that. It's on the next slide. These other things are all on this slide. I tried to put links to these on your unit document, but I don't think you have all the links. So go to the slideshow presentation, and you'll be able to see each of these. This is another presentation that it will take you to that has a bunch of questions for part 5. By now you should be through part 5, so that might be a good thing to start with today, just to sort of review, to have some discussion before you start on with other things. Another thing is the essential question tracking sheet. That's a document that really just has the essential questions on it. We'd like you to think of some passages, find some passages from the book that you feel might address these essential questions, and then just have some explanation about that as you talk about it with other people, as you think about it, maybe for yourself. How do you think these things really address the essential questions? That is just something I want you to pay attention to, just so we're really formally here doing some work with those essential questions. And of course, we're reading, so you have independent reading time, IRT, for parts 6 through 7. We're going to be through part 7 by the end of next class period, and we'll be done with all this stuff by the end of next class period. Again, I'll remind you, you have homework to find that stuff to bring in next time, and we will have some time for reflection at the end. So with about 5 or 6 minutes left of class, I'd like you to come back and do some reflection before you go on your unit document. That's all I'll say. Have a good time with the Book Thief.